Hi, welcome to Soul. If this is your first time joining me, thank you very much for making time to be here with me, and I hope that you enjoy. If you are a recurring listener, welcome back. Thank you for always spending your mornings, your afternoons, your brushing my teeth, your tuning my guitar time with me. I really appreciate it. Please keep bringing the feedback, the good vibes, even the bad ones, and we can work through them together, and of course, some memes every now and then. Today, I'd like to talk about something based on a little thing that happened to me just the other week. I was talking to my little sister, and I was in the middle of one of the most stressful weeks at work leading up to an event. And in pure frustration, I just grunted and I said, I just want to get this over with. And she just stops and looks at me and says, stop running, or you'll be running all your life. And wow, did that hit me. I know it sounds so simple, but how often do we do this? How often do we just want to get through something, get it over with? Whether it's a big work project, even planning a wedding, finishing a degree, even a trip we were once so excited about, only to look back later and realize it was over in a blink. Think about all of these moments that we once wished away. And it's not to say that you want your wedding to be wished away, but the stress associated with it. We convince ourselves that life will feel lighter when it's over, but then it just gets replaced with the next thing. And before you know it, we've rushed through years, always looking ahead instead of being in it. And now, it's just a memory, a moment that passed, maybe even too fast. You get frustrated with life because of the process. But here's the thing, the process is life itself. The long nights before a big presentation, the nerve-wracking moments before an important call, before an interview, before a second interview, a third, a fifth round of interviews. The chaos of planning something special like a wedding or a birthday or a party or whatever event. That is the experience. And if we keep treating life as something to get through, we'll miss it entirely. So maybe the key is to stop running. But with everything that we talk about here, it's always easier said than done. So what I want to do is take it one step further and talk a little bit about, okay, well, what are some small little things that we can actually integrate in order to do that? And the first step is step away. So difficult. That first step is the hardest one. But once you realize that you are absolutely stressing out, that you are on the verge of burnout at work, on the verge of just throwing it all away just because you can't wait to get it over with, step away. And I can tell you in my experience, that is literally that same week, last week, when I was talking to my cousin. The next day I was sitting there and I could feel myself slowly fall into burnout. And all I did was I stepped back from my laptop. Once the day was over, we had an offsite. When everything was over, I picked up my things and I went home. And I just sat there for about 30 minutes with a glass of water, because, it's good to stay hydrated. And I did nothing. Didn't look at my phone, didn't do anything. Just tried to zone back into myself. For those of you who practice meditation or who practice some kind of endorphinated, as I like to call it, exercise or something that will bring you or boost good hormones while at the same time calming you down. I have a friend, for him that's running. He goes for a quick run and all of a sudden, stress is gone. Do that. Ignore anything else that you've got going on. If you have plans, postpone them, cancel them. Just hit pause and take a moment to be with yourself. And then what I want you to do is write down everything that is stressing you out, either on a piece of paper or in the notes on your phone. But what I want you to do is leave a line in between each. And that's exactly what I ended up doing as well. I wrote down in the first person, like I'm talking to myself, like you're talking to your best friend, everything that is pissing you off, driving you insane, worrying you, whatever it was. And for me, it was things that seemed really simple, like I haven't done laundry in a week. And then I left the next one blank. And then one that was saying, well, I've got a dinner and I'm running late. And I've got this and this to do, and I've got this and that to do, everything, absolutely everything. And then take a moment, maybe walk around the room, maybe just take a deep breath or a few deep breaths. And then I want you to look at that note again, to look at that piece of paper again, and talk to yourself like you're talking to a friend. Between every line where we've left a blank, I want you to answer yourself in assuring or comforting words. So if it says something like, I haven't done laundry in a week, just say, okay, well, maybe now we can just put the pod into the washing machine and let it run. Or if it's, well, I don't have a washing machine at home, it's like, okay, take a moment now. Let's book someone to come pick up our laundry. Let's maybe see what we can do about that. I use Laundry Heap, for example. Totally recommend, by the way. Absolutely life-changing. They're wonderful. This is not an ad. This is actually my experience. Go through every single thing. And some of it might just be, I don't have time. And the response will be, okay, well, let's have a look at what you're doing these next few days. Do you have dinners planned, drinks planned? Do you have work events? Do you just have so much work that you can't sleep? Then focus on that. Take one thing that'll be life-changing and just focus on that. Now, of course, I do want to pause and say, all of this is ultimately a right, but also a privilege. It could be that you absolutely cannot take time off, but even then, I want you to force yourself to put on your mask first and be in the process. Once you do all this, your nervous system will slowly start to regulate. You'll realize that a lot of it is in your head, and this is coming from a fellow overthinker. And then we can pause and just realize that the key really is to stop running, to sit in that discomfort of the moment, knowing that one day you'll look back and you'll miss even the stressful parts. And you're also going to be so proud of yourself for having gone through it. Remember, it's not about getting over it or getting through it, but enjoying it, living with it. But we want to make sure that we are at least at peace with it, knowing that, well, if your wedding planning is stressful, I'm sorry, that's not how it should be. This is the happiest day of your lives that you are planning together. You should be enjoying it. The stress should make you come home and sit down and laugh together and say, I can't believe we're wasting so much time picking cutlery, right? That's how it should be. Remind yourself, life isn't just about crossing finish lines. It's about everything in between. From the start to running, to feeling your ankle swollen up, to slowing down, running again, to meeting people on the way, ups and downs, hills, whatever else. You can tell I've never run a marathon. With that, I want to remind you we do this step by step, day by day. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next week on Soul.